What up, though? What up, though? What's the deal? What's cracking? What's cracking? Haven't done one of these kind of lives in a minute. On my way to the gig, got a nice little ride ahead of me, you know. So I figure why not chop it up with the family for a little bit. Let's talk and let's have a conversation. It don't necessarily got to be about nursing today, but we can definitely talk and have a conversation. It's a lot of stuff, okay, I want to talk about. See, I hate that drive. I hate that part right there, that little bump. But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Shout out to y'all. How y'all doing this evening or this afternoon? About to be evening. Summer's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost over. Summer's almost over. Gotta prepare for the winter time, boys and girls. Don't start acting up on me now. Let's have it straight. If I can get out of Michigan, where am I going? What you mean, like as far as nursing? Or what you talking about? I don't know what you mean by that question. But what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? So we just heading to work right now. You know it's Labor Day, so you know that holiday pay money. You dig? It's that holiday pay. Might as well go get that. Oh, just to live, I'll never leave Michigan. Like I always have a home here. I love Michigan. You know, I'll never leave Michigan. It's just the winter times I can't stand. The winter for me is trash. I can't do the winters here. You know, so I have like a summer home somewhere, but like as far as Michigan, I'm straight. We ain't going nowhere. You know, not permanently anyway. I always have a crib here. Summers in Michigan is dope. It's dope. But I don't really plan to spend that summer, summer like that on no land anyway. I plan to be on somebody's cruise ship or resort. So as far as that deal is concerned. But let me know some questions y'all got when I got a second to glance, because I got my GPS on too, so I can glance. Is this nigga drunk? Driving all crazy and stuff, swerving on the side of the road and stuff. But yeah, man, so it's Labor Day, you know, people don't want to work. Agency going crazy. She a little young chick. Agency going crazy right now because people don't want to work. I'm with like 3 agencies, y'all. I'm with like 3 agencies right now. 3, 4 of them. And then I got my staff job. So I'm going to tell y'all about my staff gig, right? I'm going to tell y'all more about it. I kind of did like a little video on it, but I'm going to tell y'all more about my staff gig. So my staff gig is assistant living and memory care. It's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I wanted, assistant living and memory care. And they super short and they pay well. You know what I'm saying? And on midnights, which I told her last night, like, man, I can't work midnights. I mean, I can't work days no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been a midnight nurse for 2 years, and I just don't need to be messing up my regimen right now, because I do go to school during the day. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll be switching, like after this semester is over, I'll be going 2 days a week, 1 day of lecture, 1 day of clinical, versus 3 days right now. So I really don't got time to be switching my regimen up right now. And I told her that, like, look. Now, I do like where I'm at, though. Like, the staff is cool. The residents are cool. You know what I'm saying? I like memory care. I just like memory care because it's, like, I enjoy memory care. Somebody said, how long do I plan on doing nursing? Until I ain't got to do it no more. Until I ain't got to do it no more. Until I'm rich. You dig? I plan to do nursing until I'm rich. Some gotta pop off. This YouTube gotta pop off or something. You dig? You know, investment stocks, and you know, boy, the boys is out. What's today? Yeah, it's the beginning of the month. Yeah, they looking. But yeah, man. So yeah, I plan to do it till I get rich. I mean, that's it. That's pretty much it. They got stayed out. Boy, they must be running low. They must be running low on quotas. They got to hit them quotas. I'm so over LTC. I need a break for a minute. I feel you. That's why I got out of LTC. Like, okay, so I'm going to a long-term care facility, but it's not on staff, and it's not somewhere that I have to see every day. You feel me? Like, I know this place is pretty small, and I did say in another video, like, if I was to go back to long-term care, this place will probably be the only long-term care place that I'll do, because it's short. The DON is extra dope. It's just like 45 minutes from me. You dig? So, you know, if I did, it would be on some once a week type of deal. You know what I'm saying? No big old commitment, nothing like that. It'll definitely be on some once a week type of deal. You know, it's typical long-term care BS, but it's not as bad. I'm 20 and I want to do it, but I want to be a videographer. I'm in school for communications and film. Listen, bro, you 20, I'm going to tell you something right now. Bro. You sound like me when I was 20. I'm 31. You sound like me when I was 20. I wanted to do all kind of stuff, and I'm not trying to tell you don't do it. You dig what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, every man got to follow their own path. But what I am saying is this. If you took a year, you're 20 years old, if you took a year and you said, I'm going to go to LPN school, right? You got your LPN, you're only going to sacrifice a year. That year going to fly by, right? 21 years old, 22 years old, you done. You got your LPN popping. You can make you all the money you want. You dig what I'm saying? Wherever, I mean, that just depends on what kind of state you're in and what kind of hustle you got, but then you can make your own schedule. You can have enough resources, you dig what I'm saying, and enough freedom to be that videographer. All I'm gonna say is this. I'm gonna try to tell you what my mom told me, like, and it's crazy because I'm starting to sound just like but, you know, I would just say, because it's hard being a videographer. And I'm not saying I don't know you. I don't know how talented you are. I'm sure you are talented. But one thing I would say is, bro, just focus on school, man. Even if it's just, you know, and I'm not trying to downplay LPN. Even if it's LPN, take you that year, because you're gonna always be able to have some money. I mean, I don't know what you do for a living right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you do for a living, but just get your LPN first, bro. That's my advice. You know what I'm saying? You're a grown man. You got to do what you want to do. But I would just say, man, get your LPN first. Get that paper. You dig? Stack your money. And then become, and you can work on your videographer stuff on the side. You dig? I got a bunch of side projects I'm working on. You dig? You know, it's just, I know that this nursing hustle is a guaranteed bag. And like, I'm not a guy, I told y'all before, I don't believe in no starving artist stuff, especially at this point in my life. I've been exposed to too much fly shit. Like, I don't believe in that starving artist mentality no more. You know what I'm saying? And now that I know that, like, if I would have went to LPN school at 20, well, I tell you like this. Nursing was not the same that it was 10 years ago. So I will say that. It's a whole different ball game, but still, it still would have put me leagues above where I was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was working, at 20, I was working in a group home. I was making $9-10 an hour, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And then for a young 20-year-old, I was doing all right. You know what I'm saying? I had my place and everything like that. I was doing all right for a young 20-year-old trying to find himself, but man, if I could do, like, I don't trade nothing. You know, I love all my experiences and everything like that. I wouldn't trade anything. But if I could do it all over again, I definitely would have went to school at like 20. But I don't think I would have been mature enough to handle that kind of money at that age, because I probably would have been all out here with it. Probably would have had a gang of kids, all kind, probably been tricking off, all kind of money. You dig? So I'm just saying, like, I probably wasn't mentally ready to handle that kind of paper at 20 years old. You dig? I wasn't ready. So maybe you different. You might be different. You dig? So that's my advice. But nah, so like the place I'm at right now is nice. Listen, this is what I was gonna tell y'all too. When you have money, right? When you have money, when a company has money, it is just different. It's a different vibe. For example, when you with nursing homes, right? A lot of them nursing homes are paid for by Medicaid, right? So you get what you get with Medicaid. The place I'm working at is straight private pay. It's no Medicaid, bro. It's a difference in this, bro. Seriously. And it's just like, it's amazing how deep this stuff is, bro. I'ma just say the average, like, to stay where I work at, if you want to be a resident where I work at, you are paying between $9,000 and $22,000 a month to stay there, bro. It's levels to this shit. It is levels to this shit, bro. Everybody not broke. Everybody is not broke. Let me tell you something. When I did my interview at this place, it looked like, for real, I'm going to tell you what it reminded me of. On the inside of the building, it reminded me of a cruise ship. It reminded me of Royal Caribbean cruise ship. The way the rooms are set up. It's different, bro. It's different than your app. It's not a nursing home. It's assisted living. And I've been to some other assisted living for interviews, and some of them were like, all right, you know, that's a little rinky dink. Not this one. Not this one. It's a restaurant on the inside. Y'all hit that like button for a player. It's 10 of y'all in here. Can I get 10 likes, please? I got 2. Can I get 10 more? 8 more? You dig? But it's a restaurant in there, 2 restaurants. The outside, the maintenance, the way the lawn is kept, the grass is kept. It looks so nice. Then on the inside, it smells like, it's like a citrus smell when you walk in on the inside. You dig? It's like a fruity smell. It don't smell like a nursing home. Because you know, when you go into a lot of these nursing homes, they smell like piss. I'ma just keep it real with you. When you go into a lot of these nursing homes, it smell like straight up piss and wounds and rotting flesh. Real talk. And see, some of y'all get so immune to it that you don't even know it. Like, that's one thing I could never get used to in nursing. I'm sorry. I could never get used to the smell of just pure piss all over the place. Bro, it make me nauseous. But you get used to it. Well, I'm not saying you get, it's not something that I can just become immune to. You learn to deal with it, but you never get used to it. At least that's for me. Right? So, when you walk in the building, bruh, like, I wish I could just show y'all what it looked like on the inside, bro. Like, I wish I could, but I can't, obviously. But I wish I could, bro. Because this is why it's so important to take care of yourself while you're young and why you got to make the right decisions. I'm taking care of millionaires. Multiple millionaires. And if you listen to these people, you get a lot of gain. Like, I was talking to a resident last night, and we were talking about, like, stocks and bonds. And she was giving me gain on the stocks and bonds game. Man, when I say these people got money, bro, that's an understatement. These people got long money. Long money. And one thing I realized about people who are very successful and who have been very successful in life, they don't mind giving you game. Especially if they feel like you're worthy of it. Some of them will leave you. Some of them you don't even gotta ask. If they like you, they'll give you game for free. All you gotta do is listen. This guy pulled me to the side. He straight up said, it was an older white guy. He said, you know what? And he was a resident. Look at this dumbass squirrel. About to get hit. Squirrels don't be giving a damn, bro. Ruin everybody's day. But, what was I saying? But yeah, he pulled me to the side. He was like, you know what, young man? I like you. You young. You up in here working. You dig? Let me give you some game. And when I tell you like how they rooms look, listen, bro. They rooms. Like I would stay here. I would pay to stay here. It literally looked like secrets or something like that. Like I'm not joking, bro. You dig? Especially on like the independent living. So you got assisted living, you got memory care, then you got independent living. Independent living is where they don't really need no kind of nursing service. At night, if they need something, you go over there and see what they need, but that's pretty much it. They do what they want. It's just literally independent living. It's like they living in a resort. Like real talk. But anyway, he was giving me game, investment tips, stocks and bonds, what kind of savings account, all that kind of stuff. I was like, man, I appreciate this. You dig? I appreciate what you're saying, what you're doing. He was like, no problem, man. And so game recognize game. Game understand, when somebody is hungry. Because you can respect that, because a lot of hustlers see that in themselves. He probably looked at me and saw me doing my work, not trying to be on no mess, not trying to flirt with all the little chicks up in the building. I'm like, I'm trying to get to this money so I go on this cruise, you feel me? And he was just probably like, well, let me give this young man some game real quick. And I was open to receive it, bro. People with money, bro, they move different. And I think that's one thing that we fail to understand as a community and as a society, bro. Like, they move different. People with real money. Not all this, I'm talking about real money. They move different. A lot of these niggas on YouTube don't have real money. A lot of these niggas on YouTube are lying about the money that they have. Because here's one thing that every millionaire that I've ever met, like real millionaire that I've ever met, has not once been arrogant about the paper that they got. They don't have to. They have nothing to prove. They have nothing to prove. Every millionaire that I have met within my career, every last one of them. Now I'm sure you got pricks that are naturally just like arrogant, you know what I'm saying? But even the pricks to a certain degree, they don't go out their way to tell you that I'm better than you. They just standoffish, maybe like dickish, but like not, they don't go out their way because again, niggas is like, I'm rich. What do I gotta prove to anybody? I'm good over here. And that's when you really start to understand and decipher who has money and who doesn't, like real money. And who's like very insecure. You dig what I'm saying? Like a lot of these rappers, these niggas don't have money for real. Like they don't have paper. A lot of them are giving off the illusion of them having money. But none of these niggas really, a lot of these niggas don't own their masters. The richest niggas in rap are niggas you never heard of, probably. The Tech Nines of the world. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who constantly moving. A lot of people don't even know who Tech Nine is, but he done sold millions of albums, but he ain't out there. And that's what I've been learning, like with nursing, bro. Like nursing is just like, you meet so many different people. And like the way you interact, however your attitude is what you put out is what you're gonna get back. Because I believe God will take you certain places for you to see certain things. I believe it was really meant for me to get in this place, to see how this place as my last transition into my, from LPN to RN, because I don't know, but I really do think I was meant to be here at that place for a reason, because it was exactly what I wanted, and it was so convenient. It was like it's literally 10 minutes from my place. I never knew this place existed, but it's 10 minutes away from my house. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, heck yeah. But man, cats with paper, them residents, them senior residents, money, millionaires, just millionaires and millionaires, just up in there chilling, bro. And I'm like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And when you get around money like that, you gonna get some eventually. You gonna get enough game to figure out how to get it. Because now I'm starting to watch. I'm really starting to pay attention to the corporate side of this thing too. You dig what I'm saying? Like the corporate side of nursing, I think it's still, like, I don't agree with everything, but I think it's still worth at least holding my ear to the streets. You dig what I'm saying? When it comes to that nursing game. Hustling. Seeing where it come from, how the money is made. I'm gonna tell you right now, Medicare is easy, but you want that real paper? Listen, between 9 and 22,000 to stay in this certain residency, and it's a waiting list. What that tell you right there? What that tell you right there? That tells you that it's a lot of money out here. It's a lot of money out here. People just waiting to spend it to get what they want. You got to pay between 9,000 and 22,000 a month, ladies and gentlemen. A month. Private pay. A month. And it's a waiting list to get in the residence. That's crazy. Crazy when you think about it. You did. So, man, I'm trying to tell you, some of the interviews that I've been watching, like I was just watching Nurse to Riches. He did an interview with this young sister who's an L&D nurse, net worth $800,000. She probably gonna hit $1 million this year. You did? That's who I be studying. The people that's giving you the game. That's who I be studying. I don't care nothing about these other YouTube niggas who really ain't about nothing but gossip and all that petty-ish and hating girls all day. These niggas is weird, bro. You know what they doing, bro? They trying to they don't want me giving y'all game. They trying to stop. That's why my live was messing up. They don't want me giving up the game. Oh, man. But yeah, man. That's what I'm studying. I'm studying the people that's getting the money in this game. Ear hustling. Trying to get up under them. Trying to learn from them. You dig what I'm saying? Some mentoring, some coaching. Some sisters out here killing it. L&D nurse worth $800K. And then, on Nurse to Riches, he be making them pull receipts. So they pull receipts. He make them pull receipts like, all right, nigga, is you really what you say you about? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, nurses are becoming millionaires. And I'm telling you right now, bro, like I feel like nursing is one of the quickest way to springboard into millionaire status. I really do. Because you can take that earning. If you are a hard worker and you willing to put in that work paper, and you can take that paper and really invest it. Because from what I've learned, you don't get rich from manual labor. You get rich from investing. That's how you become wealthy. And you take that money that you get, the resources that you get from nursing, and you invest it, and you start to build off that. I really do feel like nursing is the springboard to millionaire status, especially now. with the way, with how in demand the field is. Come on, bro. 30% of nurses are expected to leave in 2022, fam. Then on top of that, the hospitals, I heard, now I don't know how true this is, but because they say back in the day, I learned some history too, and I didn't know this. So I was working with this old school nurse, and she was like, yeah, because back in the day, they didn't give out degrees in nursing. What they would do is that the hospitals would train you, and you would get a diploma and everything like that, but it was like this big push for nurses to have degrees. So I guess like in the mid-'80s, you dig what I'm saying? Like that's when it happened. At least that's what she told me. So I heard that a lot of the hospitals are starting to consider nurses becoming nurses within their facilities, which is smart. Because that's the best experience right there. You in the middle of it. Like, that's literally the best experience. Why wouldn't you do that? To me, that makes all the sense in the world. Why would you not have a nursing program at the hospital? So some of them nurses that don't retire from your hospital, you get them a little incentive to come back and teach the nurses that's gonna work there. You go for free, you work for them for 2 years, and then it is what it is. You got your degree from such and such, and it is what it is. Boom. There you go. Because that's how this thing gonna have to go. Because I tell you right now, in this day and age, for real, if people are signing up to be nurses, I don't think you should have to pay that much. Real talk. If at all. If at all. If you got people willing to sign up, because there's so many people leaving, it's just not worth it to a lot of people. It's worth it to me, though. To me, the positive outweigh the negative. And a player just got some Crocs. Oh, I feel like a whole new man now. I don't have no aching in my feet. Nigga, these shoes feel like clouds, bro. I feel like I can work 35 days straight in the beneath joints. For real. I'm about to get a pair of Crocs in every color now. For real. Why y'all, and I said that yesterday, I'm like, why y'all didn't tell me that these Crocs is the truth? I'm really finna get it now. I heard they got a running shoe. I heard they got a winter boot. They got the ones without the holes in them that you can wear up in your job. For real. And man, stop playing. I was trying to order a pair of white ones for school, but they ain't had none. I needed an all pair of white work clogs, the ones without the holes in them. They ain't had none. I said, oh, I'll never wear another pair of shoes again. I don't give a damn about no Jordan, Nikes, none of that shit. Because now my feet feel like heaven. None of that. If they come out with a dress shoe, oh, it's over with. It's over with. For real. That's all I'm saying. Like, real talk. They say I need to plug. Do they need PRN nurses? I need to plug. Yeah, they don't do PRN there. Not where I'm at. They used to, but they don't do it. You either got to be full-time or part-time. But shoot me an email, man. We can chop it up. What was the last one? I'm back in school. I need the flexibility again. Well, like I said, man, like, real talk. Like, if you're back in school, I would definitely recommend try to go to an AL, maybe for like midnights or something like that. It's not as hectic. I really did my research on these places, though, like, for real. I know they're not hiring for midnights because I think I took the last midnight spot. But they hiring for days, though. Well, shoot me an email, man. We can talk. CJKyles90@gmail.com. But yeah, man. It's been a crazy week, man. I've been studying my ass off. I wanted to do a live show at my house so bad, but bro, I just ain't had the time. On top of doing assignments, doing simulations, on top of doing all kind of stuff. Okay, cool. I will email you. I was at Imperial last night. Woo! Tequila Father. Have we met? Tequila, have we met? Do we know each other? Have we met before? We probably have if you worked at Imperial. Yeah, you was at Imperial last night. My God, boy. Shout out to Imperial, man. Oh, we have met. All right. Is we friends on Facebook or IG? Oh, we met. Yeah, show me an email on. Show me a message on IG or something or Facebook. But yeah, Imperial boy. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. I tell you what though, I would not recommend any new nurses starting off in assisted living. I would not do it. Unless let's just say like you're an older nurse, you going back to school, you don't want all that hustle and bustle, and you're not really trying to further your career or anything like that, like this is for you, then yeah. But like if you young and you want to advance, and even if you're older and you want to advance your career and everything like that, and you really want to get a real world look of how being a nurse is, especially LPN, bro, hell no. Do not start in no assisted living, because if something go wrong with that job and you got to go to long-term care, you're going to be ass out because you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Once at the county fair, I seen you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember you. You was the tall lady. I remember you. Shout out to you. Yeah, shoot me an email. Shoot me an email for real. Get you on the show or something like that. Yep. But yeah, you was at Imperial. God bless you. I ain't gonna lie though. Before I did my travel contract, I was killing Imperial. I was killing them, bro. I was up in there grinding, murking their asses, getting paid up in there. Man, okay, that's you. Yeah, shoot me an email for sure. And if you're looking for days, yeah, I'm sure you know. But if you want to add me on Facebook at Prince CJ Kyles, and I'll pop right on up. But yeah, man, I was up in Imperial hitting their ass before, cause they don't have nobody. And that's the thing, y'all. Like, especially with a lot of you new nurses, I would really recommend. I wouldn't say go to a horrible facility, but you need a real life look at how being an LPN is, because you need to go through it all. You need to go through the bad. And see, that's the thing about, like, you can tell a lot of nurses that start off in assisted living, because the whole thing of med techs came into play in the interview. And I'm like, med techs, what's that? They pass meds for the nurses. You did? Yeah, it's hood nursing for sure. They pass meds for the nurses. I think med techs might be the biggest finesse that the healthcare industry has ever given. I'm going to tell you why. Because yes, you do get a little raise from being a senior, because usually how med techs work in assisted living is they promote within, right? So you pass meds. They give you a class, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how long the class is. I was never a med tech. But then you start to pass meds, and you pretty much do everything the nurse does for half the pay. That is one of the biggest, or at least $10 less. That's one of the biggest finesses AL could have ever came up with. I'm telling you right now, that's one of the biggest finesses they could have came up with. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. This is dangerous. Don't do what I'm doing, y'all. Don't do what I'm doing, y'all. Very important message, yeah. Very important. But yeah, they probably mad at me at this place, but it is what it is. But yeah, med tech got to be one of the biggest finesses of all time, like for real, because you do the exact same work as a nurse. I think it's, and from what I seen, and when you in assisted living, the rules ain't the same. It don't apply the same way like the rules go in the nursing home, which is mind blowing to me. But the rules is a little different. I'm trying to think, what can't they do? What can't med techs do that I don't think they can? They can't really assess. I think they can't do that. They're not supposed to anyway. I don't think they deal with doctors. But depending on how good the med tech is, they just might. I don't know. But from what I've seen so far, they do treatments, they pass meds, they deal with families. They do pretty much everything a nurse does just for. And if you a med tech watching this, like, I'm not trying to crap on you, but listen, if you a med tech watching this, take your ass to school. Take your ass to school, because you literally doing what the nurse is doing for $10 or half the pay. Now that's ridiculous. You going through all the stress, you trying to figure out schedules and all that kind of stuff. Take your ass to school for them 11 months and become a nurse. Get that certification and become a nurse, because that's ridiculous. You're not going to tease me like that. It might be easy. I don't know. I wouldn't, because you're not going to have me do, I don't know. Maybe if I look at it from that perspective, that might be easier than being a CNA, so, to them. So yeah, I guess it makes sense, but I'm really shocked. But anyway, I was asking like some of the nurses where I work at. I was asking some of the nurses that I work with. The DON just responded back. She funny, but I was asking some of the nurses that I work with, why is there such a high turnover rate here? One thing that I started to notice, the common denominator was most of the nurses started off here. And most of the nurses that apply there are new nurses that have never experienced what it's like to work in nursing homes and everything like that. That's what I'm gathering. And the nurses that I worked with on my job last night, they dope. They dope. The ones that I'm training, that's training me and everything like that, getting me, used to the facility, they dope. Real cool, real laid back, some nice people. You dig what I'm saying? But from what they tell me, a lot of them, I was told that a lot of the nurses don't like to take a cart because they have med techs to pass for them. But I'm like, wow, that's what we do. I don't know what it's like not to take a cart. You dig what I'm saying? I don't even know, and I don't ever want to get used to not taking a cart. I don't want to get used to not taking a cart, because that's how you get comfortable, for real. But I think on midnights though, you do take a cart at the end of this, around 6, for that morning med pass, because there's no med techs there. They all gone home by then, unless some choose to stay. But I'm gonna tell you something. Coming from a background like Imperial, some of the worst nursing homes in the state, I'm thankful for these experiences, because now it makes me, one, appreciate a place like that, and two, oh my God, this is nothing. This is cakewalk. This is a cakewalk compared to what I done had. Listen, you want me to tell you the biggest issue that you got to worry about at this place? You got to worry about, for the people that's in assisted living, you got to worry about them wanting their stuff on time. And you got to worry about falls. Those are the biggest issues that you have to worry about. And not saying that falls are not a big deal. Falls are a big deal. But you don't have to worry about trachs. You don't have to worry about IVs. You don't have to worry about peg tubes. You don't have to worry about none of that. You don't have to worry about none of that in this place. You do a little bit of treatments, but anything over a stage 2, stage 3, they out. Or they give that to the wound care team. They have a wound care team that they pay to come out and do it. Take care of wounds, or you know what I'm saying? So like, this is a whole new world to me as a nurse. You dig? So I'm like, there's no straight cath here? They're like, oh no, we don't straight cath here. What? I said, what? Get the out of here. She said, yeah, oh no, we don't do that. We don't straight cath. She said, oh yeah, they go out. Or we have a team that come in and does that. You know, if it's a fall, if it was unwitnessed, they hit their head or something like that. You don't know if they hit their head, call the EMTs. They going out. What? You know, you assess them, see if they can get up, but they going out. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Oh my God, and the paperwork, oh my God. So I was doing paperwork. I was doing an incident report last night, right? I was doing an incident report last night, and I said, because when you in certain facilities, especially like long-term care, when you got Medicaid involved, it's so much ridiculous charting. It's silly. It's silly. It really is silly. It's stupid. But you know, you got to fill out paperwork. You got to write all kind of stuff down, like just stupid, tedious things that you have to do when dealing with Medicare. What's up, E Black? What's cracking? But it's just stupid little dumb issues that you got to deal with. But like this place, you had to pull up on AMAR. Hey Ma, you had to pull up on AMAR. What happened? It's like an incident report on AMAR. You got to type in what happened. Who did you call? Did you call the doctor? Family? That's it. And if you seen it and you seen them hit their head, you gotta do neuro checks. That's it. I'm like, what? Now I ain't say this to them. I didn't say this to them. I said in 2 months I'll run this place. In my head, I'm like, oh, 2 months I'll run this place. I don't want to run this place, and I didn't tell them because I don't want them trying to leave me stuck and all that kind of stuff by myself. But in my head, I'm like, oh my God, 2 months, I will run this joint. Especially on nights. So they was like, it's super busy. I'm like, what is busy though to them? Because I know what busy is when you in a place like in the hood and things is busy, or you working in a normal long-term care. I need to see what busy look like in their world. Not trying to say that there might not be no challenges nowhere or anything like that. But I said, if this is what y'all call busy, because I'm like, okay, y'all, this is hectic. In my head, I'm thinking, oh, this is hectic. Man, the worst, you got to worry about staff, and you got to manage staff. That's the worst, the issues you're going to have in this place. Other than that, you got to tell a couple people get up off their ass or something like that. That's about it. No, I have not worked in a hospital. I have not worked in a hospital yet. I have not. I had an interview for a hospital, but I was like, no, after what I saw. But, you know, when I get my RN, I plan to go to the hospital. I want to go to the ICU. But yeah. I said, in 2 months, I'll run this place. But I ain't say it out loud. That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm going to take it day by day. I'm going to do my full training. I'm going to see how everything works. I ain't in no rush. But it's just a lot of things that long-term care has prepared me for. And that's why I be trying to tell y'all, like, if you a new nurse, you just graduated, you got your license, you need to go to a long-term skilled facility where you can see some of everything. I would even say get you some vent experience, get you some chest tube experience. You did, because I don't even have no vent or chest tube experience. I don't have no experience in that. And I know LPNs that do have experience in that. And they got places around here that got a whole vent unit. You dig what I'm saying? So like that would have been dope to see, but you know I ain't trying to do that now. You know I'm 7 months away from being finished with school, so I'll see all that in the hospital. Um, yeah, I'm gonna see all that in the hospital. But y'all, I'm at the gig. I'm pulling up. Yes, boys and girls, I'm at the gig and I'm pulling up. So I'm gonna holla at y'all in a minute, and I'll see y'all. I might come back with a video. All right, I love y'all. Peace.